Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Business Connect. My name is Roy. If this is your first time on our channel, here on this channel we do videos about life in China. I share my experience as a foreigner in China, and I also do videos about social entrepreneurship, social motivation, and I just share my experience as a foreigner here in China. So recently we've been doing a lot of videos about international students, when will students return to China, and so on. So today's video will be focusing about the plan B of international students. Like, if China continues to stay silent to the return of students back to China, what are some of the plan Bs that students have? And I did a poll where I posted on my channel, and up till now I've had about 215 or 16 votes. And I asked students, like, what plan Bs do you have? Like, what are your other options if China remains silent? So in this survey, I gave students 5 options to vote. And the first option was that if China stays silent, you will find admission in other countries, and you have to name the country. The second option was that if China continues to stay silent, you will find admission in your own country where you are, and you should also name the country. And the third option was that you will continue to wait for as long as China's or Chinese borders continues to stay closed. The fourth option was that you will just give up on education. And the last option was that you have other plans, and you should also be able to tell me what are the plans. So now let's dive into this research and see what percentage of votes were for which option. So I'm just doing this video to guide students on what kind of plan Bs they should have if actually China continues to stay silent. Like, guide students on how to choose a plan B, and if at all you have plan Bs. So we will look at each of those options that I said before and see what percentage students voted for and how this should guide you to choose your own plan B. Okay, great. So now let's look at the results of our findings. So out of 216 votes, 33% said, that's about 71 students, said they'll find admission in other countries. And I made it clear in the research that if you choose the option that you will find admission in other countries, you should tell us which country, like tell us in the comment section which country you're looking at. And out of 71 votes who said they'll find admission in other countries, only about 5 students named some countries. Now, what does this mean? It's telling you in some way that students have very limited options. Because if they actually had options, they would have gone ahead to tell me, okay, I'll find admission in this country or that country. Like, even the countries that they named, I'm going to tell you the countries, and you're also going to look how feasible is this. Like, a student said, okay, I'll find admission in Canada. Like, how feasible is it at this moment? If you're struggling to return to China, how feasible is it to have admission in a university in Canada? Another student said, I'll find admission in a university in the UK. How feasible is that also? Another student said, I'll find admission in Vietnam or in Indonesia. Compared to China, will you want to give up your Chinese education for university in Vietnam or in Indonesia? We look at that also. Then one student said Singapore. Well, Singapore also is a good match, but looking at the fees, looking at the scholarship openings, looking at a whole lot of issues, when we compare China to Indonesia, that might also be a hard nut to crack. So when we look at these options, we see without doubt that students have very limited options if they have to give up their educations in China. Okay, now the next option, which I said, find admission in your country. And I also said you should also name your country, tell us which country you're from. And only 5% of students said, I'll find admission in my country. That's about 10 out of 215 students. And none of the students dared to indicate their countries. I don't know why. So it shows also that students find their countries less reliable to stay in rather than traveling to China for education. I don't know why. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And the next option that I gave was give up on education. Will you just give up on education if China fails to ask students to return as soon as possible? And 5% of students said they will give up. That's about 10 students out of the 216 votes. So 10 students said they'll give up on education. Like, is that worth like just giving up on your educational dreams just because China is not responding on time? Let me know what you think also in the comments section below. And another option that I gave was other plans. Like maybe you have other plans, like, and also you should be able to tell us what other plans do you have, maybe in the comment section. And 5% of students, that's about 10 students, also said they have other plans if China is not calling them as soon as possible. 5%, that's about 10 students. But no one also told me which other plans they have. Does this mean they actually don't have other plans, or they're just playing around? Let me also know what you think in the comments section below. And the last option that we gave was continue to wait, which means you have no plan B, which means as long as China continues to stay silent, the students continue to wait because they have no plan B. And 53% of our votes went for the option that students will continue to wait because they have no plan B. And that's about 114 students who went for the option that they will continue to wait because they have no plan B. So now let's really look at this. Does it really mean that China is the only option for students for studies? They have no option in other countries. They have no option in their countries. They have no other plan B, nothing to do. They just have to wait. Okay, so now let's move into the objective of this video. Like I said, I made this video to guide students. Whether you're giving up, whether you're waiting, whether you're moving into another country, I want this video to be like a yardstick for you to look at. Like, what options do other students have? Do they even have options? Once you see the options, it will guide you to make a better choice. Because once you look and see that, okay, students have limited options, it means we have to wait. Then it will guide you on whether you should wait with the others or not. But when you see that a lot of students have options, then you should tell yourself, but why should I continue to wait when students have a lot of other options? From the video, from the results of our research, and from the results of this vote, which I'm going to display the results on the screen, you can also go to my channel and vote to see the level at which the research will be at the time you'll be watching this video. You can also go to my community timeline and see. You will realize that more than 50% of the students have no choice. Like, they have to wait. And even the 33% of students who said they will find options in other countries, they were not able to tell me the countries. And the 4 or 5 countries which they named, we've looked at these countries and seen that, yeah, there are options, but how feasible are these options? The student who said he will find admission in the UK, how feasible is it for a student who might not be able to pay the fees, or who might not be able to have a scholarship, who might not be able to sustain life in the UK? How feasible is it for a student who will find an option in the university in Canada, or even in Australia, or I don't know, wherever? How feasible is it? So we see that I'm not saying that you just have to wait. Well, we all are fighting, we all are making sure that students return to China because we see that this is the most feasible option that we all have at the moment. But this is also telling you that if you think you can search other options, you can as well search for your other options. Don't just wait in the blind. But if you see you don't have other options, my advice for you is just, while we continue to push, while we continue to advocate for students to return to China, what you have to do on your side is just continue with your online classes, continue to comply with the rules that the university and the authorities give you, because we hope that in this year 2022, we hope that students will start returning to China. So we will continue to play our role as advocates for international students. We'll continue to fight for international students to return to China as soon as possible. And you, the international students, you also have to play your part to stay on track. Don't be distracted. Don't always run to the social media to get news and spread the rumors. Just stay on track, continue your online studies, and stay in contact with your universities, because we hope that students will be able to return to China in the year 2022. That's our hope. That's our prayers. This is Business Connect. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comment section below. And we do interesting video. We don't only talk about international students. I share stories about China. I share my experience in China. I share a lot of things about China. I also share social motivation and social entrepreneurship and a lot of other stuff. So you want to check our videos and subscribe to our channel so that each time we do videos like this, YouTube will notify you and you'll be the first to watch our videos. Until now, it's peace out. I'll see you in our next video. Bye bye.